All righty. So thank you everybody for your patience as we work through a little technical difficulties. I am Brandy Hackett with the Women's Business Center here at Cornerstone Alliance. And today we're lucky enough to have Abron Andrews from VetBiz. He is going to share how you can become a veteran-owned business and the benefits of doing so. So I'm going to turn it over to him.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and if
Thank,
anybody has questions, feel free to put them in the chat and we'll answer it at the end of the presentation. Little housekeeping. Thank you.
thank you, Brandy, and I appreciate the opportunity to join you all today for the webinar training. Today marks the second day for National Veteran Small Business Week. So for those of you that are veterans out there, happy belated Veterans Day and happy National Veteran Small Business Week. So I am going to be respectful of your time and try not to keep you guys and to go over the content that we have to deliver to you today and answer any questions. Um, so we'll kind of just jump right in, but a little bit about myself. My name, of course, is Abron Andrews Jr. I am the director for VetBiz Central. Um, and I'm a Navy veteran, an entrepreneur. I have been with VetBiz Central now for 9, almost 10 years. Of those 9 years, I've spent 5 as a business consultant and 4 as the director. And I have to say that I love my job immensely. I love working with vets. I love working with the spouses. I love everything that this job has to offer to me to be able to provide you all with all of the information, resources, and guidance to help you to start and grow your businesses. So without any further ado, I am going to go ahead and turn my camera off and um, and go ahead and share my screen here. And if you do have any questions or concerns, as Brandy stated, put them in the comment section and we'll get to those. I'll be taking small breaks in between to answer any questions that you have. So until then, let's go ahead and get started and we'll just dive right on in. All right. All right. So first and foremost, our mission here at Biz Central is to assist veterans, active duty guard, and reserve members with the formation and expansion of their veteran-owned business. We like to think that we empower our veterans to realize their entrepreneurship dreams one business at a time. A little bit about VetBiz Central. VetBiz Central is funded by the U.S. Small Business Administration and the Office of Veteran Business Development. Currently, we are one of 31 veteran business outreach centers throughout the nation. Just recently, in September, 3 additional veteran business outreach centers were established. One in Pennsylvania, one in Puerto Rico, and one in Ohio. So as of January 1, we will be turning over one of uh, one of the states within our territory to the new Veteran Business Outreach Center in Ohio. And you'll be glad to know that the organization that received the grant to start the new Veteran Business Outreach Center there is ECDI, and the VBOC name is ECDI VBOC of Ohio. So those of you that have been waiting for your own Veteran Business Outreach Center in Ohio, you will receive that here. Actually, the grand opening is tomorrow during the third day of Veteran Business. I'm sorry, during the third day of National Veteran Small Business Week at Wright State in Dayton, Ohio. Vet Biz Central is a nonprofit organization headquartered in Flint, Michigan, on the Mott Community College campus. Currently, we serve Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana, which combined between the three is roughly about 2 million veterans within the three states. So, some of our resource partners, SBA resource partners that we work with on a daily basis. Of course, the Small Business Administration kind of brings us all together under one roof. And with that being said, Apex Accelerators, we work with them on a weekly basis, as well as the Women's Business Centers, SCORE, and America's SBDC, which is better known as the Small Business Development Centers, and of course the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs in all three states, Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana. So VetBiz Central here, what we do, we provide our clients with one-on-one counseling, and that can either be done in person, via Zoom, GoToWebinar, Teams, in person, and also we provide our clients with research, market and industry research, as well as once you're done with that research, being able to take all of your content and information and put it in a professionally formatted business plan from LivePlan. We also help our clients to review review options to market test their products and services, as well as help them to prepare for financing and review options for to launch your business. Now, if those of you that have never seen an industry report before, this is just a sample from IBIS World Industry and Marketing Research Reports. Please forgive me. And here's a snapshot of LivePlan, the professionally formatted business plan, which now includes AI-powered planning, and just a few of the various different types of trainings that we provide. Our main flagship program is the Boost to Business Reboot, Vet Biz Central Operation Entrepreneur, which is a startup business workshop series, doing business with the VA. We have the Army and Air National Guard entrepreneurship training. And now to our actual training. So, guys, I want to thank you for your patience once again, and thank you for hanging in there with us. I know that when technical difficulties pop up, that things happen, and we just have to go with them. So, now, how to become certified as a veteran-owned business. For those of you that don't know, the Department of Veteran Affairs actually had the responsibility of providing individuals with their veteran-owned small business certification and service disabled veteran-owned small business certification up until about 2 years ago. At that point in time, talks had begun for the Small Business Administration to take over the training, or the certification and the training. And a lot of that was due to the simple fact that it was becoming harder and harder to verify a lot of the information that veterans were sending in to obtain their certification. So finally, as all of the pieces came together, the Department of Veteran Affairs and the Small Business Administration worked out a plan where the Small Business Administration could take over the certification process. And I have to say, it is very streamlined. If everything is properly and correctly included in the package, we have seen veteran business owners receive their certification in less than 2 weeks. The average time now has gone from 90 days to less than 30 on average. So why would you want to become a veteran-owned or service-disabled small business owner and have that certification? For a couple of reasons. Number one is the biggest, and that would be to pursue uh, contracting opportunities, government contracting opportunities through the Department of Veteran Affairs and other federal agencies. I don't know if any of you are aware, but there are more than just contracting opportunities through the Department of Veteran Affairs. There are um, opportunities available for individuals through Apex Accelerator that can help you to do what we call sole source set aside contracts for veteran owned small businesses. And this can be, really huge for individuals that are just starting out in the contracting business because sole sourcing local um, contracting opportunities helps you to be able to put together or helps you to be able to create capacity for yourself. And for those of you out there that know contracting, in order for you to really say that you have some experience in the federal contracting arena, you need to create some capacity and capacity for a veteran owned or service disabled veteran owned small business is completing contracts. Now, this is almost kind of like a double-edged sword when you're entering the federal contracting world, because you're venturing into this world into the contracting world to provide the services to the VA, but they won't let you pursue any of the contracting awards because you don't have any past experience. So what I'm getting to is that sole sourcing local contracting opportunities through your Apex Accelerator can help you to obtain um, past performance, meaning you're putting together your resume of jobs that you've completed, which is what the VA and federal agencies want to see that you've done. They don't want you to start out with a contract and you haven't completed anything before. They want to see that you have completed some jobs before. One of the best ways to do that is through sole sourcing set aside contracts that can be completed in a day and paid for with a credit card. For more information on that, please um, email me and we can talk more about it and get you prepared to sit down with someone over at the Apex Accelerator and start getting ready to pursue some sole sourcing contracts. All right. Also, why would you want to obtain, your certification? For those of you that don't know, all federal government purchases between $10,000 and $250 are automatically set aside for small businesses, as long as there are at least two companies that provide the products and services. For those of you that don't know, currently right now, the VA has a set aside for at least 7% of all of its contracts to go to veteran-owned small business and service-disabled veteran-owned small businesses. All right, at least 3% of those federal contracting dollars go to service disabled. Of the seven, go to service disabled veteran-owned small businesses. Now, once again, if there are two companies that have the same capacity, uh, and you are, competing for this contract, uh, there's a very good chance that the veteran-owned or service-disabled veteran-owned small business business will win this contract as long as you are equal in your capacity, meaning your experience. All right, as I mentioned before, the federal government has goals for small businesses, and of those goals, women-owned small businesses receive 5% of contracting dollars. Small disadvantaged businesses receive 12%. Service disabled veteran-owned small business receive 3%, and hub zone businesses receive another 3%. And hub zone businesses are, if you've never heard of them, they're called historically underutilized business zones. This is where a business is located and the employees of that business live in a specific area. Then there are specific benefits provided to that business. All right, now for those of you that didn't know before, there are requirements for you um, to complete, prior to pursuing your certification. And one of those is you have to be at least 51% owner of your business. Now, I know some of you out there are married and your business has been split, 50-50, um, or you have a partner and you are 50-50. Um, for certification purposes, uh, this is a hard core rule etched in stone, and that is that the veteran must be 51% owner of the business. So I don't know if any of you out there have already created your um, um, articles of incorporation or your partnership agreements, but if you have, and you have in there that your business is 50-50, you guys are going to have to go back to the drawing board, talk with your partners, let them know that you need to maintain majority ownership of your business. And the only way that you can do that is by having at least or being 51% owner of the business. That's a hard um, requirement. Another hard requirement is that you be registered in SAM. SAM stands for Systems, Awards, and Management. And if you're not registered in SAM, you don't even exist to the federal government. This is like their repository, or um, it is their database that shows all businesses that have gone through a specific registration process to the federal government, to let them know that they exist. Another requirement is to be a small business, and that's according to the SBA standards. So, what does that mean? Well, that means that most small businesses are less than 500 people. Now, there may be other um, requirements based on other industries. But for the overall blanket definition to be a small business according to the SBA standards, that is less than 500 employees. All right, now the steps that it takes for you to complete your vet certification application. There are 8 sections, and I'm going to show you all of these sections and what they look like. So that way, this can take away some of that anxiety. This can take away, some of what you take away the nervousness as to what you have to do. And trust me, it can be quite a headache if you're not aware of what you're getting ready to get into. So this will allow you to start collecting information, documents, and complete the other requirements before you start this. And if you need additional assistance, please don't hesitate to give us a call here if you can't get in contact with your Apex Accelerator or either Minority Business Center. So please give us a call. So the 8 sections are the process and disclosure section, the about your request section, pre-assessment, business eligibility, business owner, about your business documents, and summary. And this will go a little quick, but I want to make sure that I take a little bit of time here to make sure that you guys have a good glance at this. And once again, I will make this recording available to you afterwards. So all you have to do is either email myself or Jackie, and we will get them taken care of. All right. And first and foremost, what you want to do, you want to go to the SBA's Vet Cert website, and you want to register or complete the registration for an account. And very simple, very easy to complete this. Here, you're just creating an account slash profile for the SBA. And also, the SBA has rolled out a new tool now for you that allows you to be able to see all of your SBA accounts, uh, to be able to register and apply for various certifications all under one account. So let's just say if you wanted to obtain your veteran-owned small business certification, you can do that with your one single account. If you have a PPP or an idle loan, these are accounts that we had that the SBA provided during COVID. You can now see those within your profile or account that you have with the Small Business Administration. And if you want to pursue a second or third certification, such as your um, um, mentor protege 8A or either hub zone certification, you can do that all with one account. So the SBA has been busy the past couple of years. I think that they've done a phenomenal job on the new um, profile and account that will help you guys to be able to um, apply for various different certifications and see various different accounts that you have, if you have them, with the SBA all under one account. So I think it is awesome. I think it is streamlined, and I think it has been long overdue. So once again, the Vet Cert application under the process and disclosure. So this process will provide you with the ability to verify your business is registered and accurate with SAM. It will verify that your small business is at least 51% owner. It will also verify that the small business meets the SBA standard requirements. And then it provides you with the ability to gather all necessary information about the business and the owner. And last but not least, you will digitally sign, and you will be able to track your application for certification completion. And this is what that page is going to look like. Here, it's going to let you know where you are in the process, and then it will have you check off that you have read and understood the disclosure. And then once you do that, it will allow you to be able to electronically sign that particular page. And this is what it is going to look like. Next, this is going to be the about your request. Who is preparing the application? Here at Vet Biz Central, we have helped numerous people to obtain their certification. And a lot of times, because the owner or the owners are very busy, they have delegated this authority for other individuals such as the office secretary or the manager, to start this process for them. So if you're a business owner and you don't have time, or you and your partner don't have time, and you have someone in your office that needs that is available to do this, then it is going to ask on the application, who is actually completing the application. So is it the veteran of the business? or you are the veteran. Is it an employee of the business contractor or an authorized representative? So you have various options as to who you can give this authority to complete the application. And of course, here is a snapshot of how that looks. And 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 just to let you all know, this is the exact sequence of how this process takes place. So, uh, guys, it's important that you not miss a step. All right. If for some reason something happens or it gets stuck, uh, just kind of give it a moment. Don't close it out. Don't go backwards. Just leave it where it is. Uh, you don't want to miss a step. Okay. So this is what that about your request states, and this is how it looks. Am I the owner of the business, but not a veteran, employee of the business, consultant contractor, permanent caregiver, surviving spouse of the veteran, or an authorized representative? You have various choices here as to which you can choose about who is completing the application. All right, vet cert application pre-assessment. And we've kind of gone over this before, but it specifically states, is the business 51% owned by the veteran? And is the business, has the business registered in SAM? And also, what best describes why you would like to certify your business? This is kind of like, as it states, a small assessment. And basically, one of the main reasons you individuals sign up for or pursue their certification, number one is to pursue contracts through the Department of Veteran Affairs and other federal agencies. But what does this process really do? A lot of people don't know, and I'll tell you what this certification process does. This certification process vets you and your business. It vets you. It vets you because it's saying you are who you are where you are manufacturing or providing a service or a product at the specific place that you say you are operating the business full time, and you are the highest paid employee there operating that business, and you are there 80 to 100% of the time. That's what the certification is doing. It is vetting you and the business. That is why it has become so critically important that individuals have this certification, for those of you that didn't know. All right, the pre-assessment. As you can see here, very simple. Couple of questions. Is 51% of the business directly owned by a veteran? Either yes or no. Is the applying business registered in the Federal System of Awards and Management, better known as SAM? Yes. And what best describes why you would like to certify your business? And they give you options down there to choose from. All right, business eligibility requirements. Now, in SAM, when you do your search, there are certain things that you may not be aware of, uh, such as your NAICS codes. Your NAICS code stands for your North American Industry Classification Code. All right, and every business has one. It is very important that you guys become familiar with your NAICS code because you will need those as you are growing your business. And of course, within every NAICS code, you can find out the business sides. Also, the VA is currently now using unique entity identifier numbers, UEIs, instead of the DUNS numbers. DUNS numbers have been around forever, but but you know the Small Business Administration wanted to use a unique entity identifier numbers in place of the DUNS number because it was a system, I believe, gives them more control over or visibility uh, to specific industries or all industries when they're working with the federal government. All right. So these are just some of the business eligibility requirements, which is you must have a NAICS code, you must fall with under the business side, you have your unique entity identifier, and confirm and correct the information, and then complete and then complete that and send that in, and you will receive a confirmation as to where the business is eligible or eligibility is denied once you submit that information. And this is what that would look like. All right, business eligibility page. You put in your information in there. It will search for it, and if everything turns out okay and you are in SAM and everything is completed into SAM, you can it will allow you to move forward. All right, veteran eligibility page. Here, the veteran eligibility information may be pre-filled by sam.gov. That's one of the other great things about the new system that the Department of or the Small Business Administration has created within the new certification process, and that is the systems link up together. Therefore, some of them may come in pre-filled. So here where you have veteran eligibility, if your registration in SAM is complete and it's not missing anything, then it will show up on this particular page. If not, if it is incorrect, then you need to go back to SAM and get it corrected, whether that be business ownership percentage, whether you're a service disabled or veteran or not. That information needs to be corrected on the veteran eligibility page. All right, business owners. In a lot of cases, there are businesses can be owned by numerous individuals, and in this particular section, it allows you to put down all the owners of the business. All right. The business owners also have a questionnaire that needs to be completed, that will ask them about, their status. Are they business owners? Are they on the board? Are they an officer or a manager, or they supervise day-to-day operations? All right. All of this information needs to be put in the section, regardless of their what percentage owner they are in the business. All right, here you can see where on this particular page, it specifically will allow you to add the name, the ownership percentage, and the email address. And you can also add additional information. Once you have all of the business owners included in on this particular page, you just go ahead and click on Save and Continue. All right. Next, about your business section. This section here discusses the business management and control. It talks about the legal business structure, the certified status, the business owners, which states who actually has ultimate, managerial control, business titles, and highest compensated, which should be the veteran. Other business related questions such as, has the business worked as a subcontractor on a federal contract, participated in a joint venture or the mentor protege program? It also talks about or discusses, are the business taxes up to date? Have they ever been decertified by veterans by a certification program through the SBA? Here they start to get, more involved with, the business itself, because a lot of businesses, I mean, not just new businesses pursue certifications. Uh, there are a lot of businesses out there, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years old that are now finally starting to see the benefits of obtaining their either veteran-owned small business certification or service disabled veteran-owned small business certification. So the SBA wants to know, more about the business, more about, have they ever participated in a contract, or have they ever been decertified, or or have they ever worked on any joint ventures with any other businesses? These are very important things to include in the application. And this is what that particular page will look like. About your business, it will have the legal business structure. You can click on the drop down button. Are you already certified by the SBA? Depending on uh, the other certification programs, such as certified as a woman-owned business, minority-owned business, hub zone, or either 8A. Also, business managerial control. It says which of the veterans listed below has control of the business. That should be you. Because once you put in all the business owners in here, that will populate. And then when you get to this page, it will ask you who has, the ultimate control of the business. And then it states specifically what is the veteran's formal job title for you, uh, owner or president, which whichever you decide to choose. All right, business documentation. Now, here is where you are going to need to start gathering documents and get them ready to upload. You're going to need your articles of incorporation, operating agreement, and any evidence of wages. All right. And it's important that these, all of the pages be all of the pages of the articles, the operating agreements, and any evidence of wages basically are included um, in this particular area. And here is what that section looks like. They have a specific section for each one of these articles of articles of organization, certificate of business formation, and operating agreement, as well as partnership agreement. You could upload all of these documents into the system, and of course, optional documents are down below where you can add partnership agreements. But it is very important that you make sure that you include all of those particular documents, including any others that you feel may help the certification process go smoother. All right, owner details. Okay, now this is going to consist of each individual, the owners, first and last name of each owner, ownership percentage, and experience and qualifications. This can get, very detailed, um, but it depends on how detailed you want it to be. It could be, it could get pretty complicated depending on the industry as far as the experience and qualifications. Uh, Also, they're going to need financial details and prior history, and that's going to include, um, bank accounts, statements, any if anyone has ever uh, been in a lawsuit or currently in a pending lawsuit. If you were a federal employee or are a federal employee with the GS 13 and above, If you are past due on any taxes, any liens, or any federal backed loans, including student loans, they need to know so that way they can act according. And whatever you do, you know, whether it's negative or positive, include it because if you don't, it's not going to do anything but delay it longer. And you don't want that. Do not tie up the process and cause yourself any additional anxiety, frustration. Just clear it up as quick as possible and and keep things moving along at a good pace. Here is a snapshot of what the owner details are going to look like. Not a whole lot. First name, last name, middle initial, suffix. Uh, it'll ask you, is the name correct? Ownership percentage. Is it percentage correct? And then you can briefly describe your managerial experience and qualifications. And I do believe that they're going to allow you to add additional documents, of course, because or they may have allotted a specific um, size of this area to include so many bytes of information in there. I'm not sure how much you can put in there, or if they do actually provide you with a the ability to attach other documents, such as certifications, degrees, so forth and so on. All right. Um, Also within there, we have the financial details. It basically states, as an owner of the business applying for the veteran certification, please answer the following questions. Do you have access to an SEMO tank or supply company bank account? That's basically your bank account. All right. Um, and if you do, um, just particularly say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. Or yes, I have authorization to manage the funds as part of my role, or I have unrestricted permission to manage the funds for your business. Now we get into the business's prior history. As the owner of the business applying for the veteran certification, please answer the followings. Are you involved in any pending lawsuits? Are you or a member of your household a federal employee, just 13 or above? Are you currently past due on any taxes, liens, federal backed loans, any outstanding taxes, or tax returns outside of the allowable extension periods? Answer those appropriately. All right. Additional documentation required. Here is where I stated that you can add additional documentation, such as resumes, certifications, uh, diplomas or degrees. You can add all of those. Also, there's going to be the consent acknowledgement in there, the certification application summary, the DocuSign page and recertification form if you're recertifying, and the certification application status page. All of these are going to be on the additional documents requirement page. All right, for those of you that want to actually watch the entire video of this when it was done by Larry Stubblefield and his team from the SBA that put together the new certification program. Here is a link to it. And as I stated, I will also forward you any of you um, that want access to the recording. I will send it to you. Um, so then that way you can have this to kind of go along with the certification process. But if you are having any challenges with completing your certification, or you want some additional assistance prior to starting the process, please feel free to just give me a call and we will make sure that we get you started. So without um, any further ado, here is my contact information. Um, Abron@vetbizcentral.org. Here is my contact number. Please feel free to either email me or give me a call here at Vet Biz Central. And I guess we have some time now to answer some questions, Brandy.
We sure do. I have received mainly thank yous, and will we have access to the presentation and the link, which you have covered off on. And so just I will speak it live as well. We are recording this, so
Mhm.
we will provide a link to this recording, and we'll also provide your presentation, so everybody will get that as a leave behind. But if
Yes,
you
they
have
will.
any other questions, please do not hesitate to put them either in the chat or the Q&A.
Yep. And also, I want to say this, and that is, as I mentioned before, the Small Business Administration, this is going into their second year now of them managing the veteran-owned small business certification and service disabled veteran-owned small business certification, and they just rolled out the new program, as I stated, where you can basically now log into your own profile, your own account, and it's like a one-stop shop. You can do, I mean, you can actually sign up for, or yeah, you can sign up to receive various uh, certifications. As I stated,
Right, you
you've
can
got,
do minority owned,
yep,
women owned, all in one
yep.
swoop now, right?
And the cool thing is that if your documents are already in there, it'll let you know what other documents you'll need versus having to resubmit them all over again.
That's great. We do have a question, and it's one of the questions is, can you register if your business hasn't made any money yet?
Yes, yes, you can.
Great. And then we have a second question, which is, will student loans hurt or deny your company?
They won't. I mean, this is just a certification. They won't hurt it either which way. Now, if you're behind on your student loans, or if you haven't paid, or if you're in default, uh, I have been told or heard at various seminars, and that is, uh, if you can contact them and get an agreement made to get it out of default, like payment options made, where you have, monthly payments to get things to get it out of default, that they will, that's if you're in default of it, they will review that and then provide you with an answer.
So
They just don't
essentially,
want
you
you to
do need to
default.
be in good financial
You need to be
standing.
in good
So
financial standing, and
make sure you
yep,
do the work. Yep. Okay.
exactly.
And if you're looking for any resource needs on that, we can assist too. Feel free to reach out to the Women's Business Center. We have some resources to help.
Hmm. No
Awesome.
other questions?
No other questions. I think you were very thorough, which is awesome. Appreciate your time as
Oh
always.
no.
And if anybody has
Thank
any
you, Brandy.
follow-up, feel free to reach out to me or reach out to Ron, whichever works best, and we will get you the presentation and the recording as a follow-up. Want to make sure you guys have all the tools you need for this great program by the SBA.
And once again, Brandy, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to join you again to do the certification. I'll be tapping you on the shoulder to ask for your participation and support in our military spouse pathways to business that we'll be doing next year. So hopefully, we'll have we'll be 3-0 if I can get you to join us for that.
Absolutely. Happy to help you any way I can. You're always so willing to help the Women's Business Center and our clients, so we appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much. And as I've always stated, when you have an entire state and you only have a staff of 5 people, and you have 3 states, uh, you get spread real thin real quick. And we can't do it without our women's business centers, SCORE, small business development centers, the SBA. We just and Apex accelerators, we couldn't do it without them. It's just, I mean, there's over 500,000 veterans in Michigan alone.
Yep, yep. Takes a village, and we should say that too. You did open up today with this being the second day of the National Veterans Business Week, and yesterday
Hmm.
being Veterans Day. So for
Yep.
all of those that are on the phone who have served, just a huge thank you for doing that for us, and hopefully this is just a little bit that we can give back to you all.
Thank you again, Brandy. I appreciate you.
All right. Have a good week. Bye, guys.
All right. You do